Hey guys and gals, Necroline here, and welcome to Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now, if you haven't played this game, it's kind of like I want to say it's very closely related to D&D. Sorry, again, let's fix my mic. I'm using a mouse, so it's kind of, my pot filter was like angled weirdly, so it's like right there. Let's set up the settings real quick, let's see if everything's good. Autosave enabled. So first, I don't think I changed any features when I did this. Cross specific the party members appear to be wearing class specific outfits instead of their actual equipment. That's perfectly fine. Controls. I think everything was pretty much good when I did it. Where are the graphics at? The screen resolution reduced to improve performance is at 1366, 768. What are the other ones? 1288, 720, 224, it's 762. I think it runs perfectly fine. Yeah, okay. We'll turn the master volume down to about 80. We'll turn everything down to 80. Turn this down to 190. Voice level I want high, magic chance volume. Turn down 190. I don't know how loud that's gonna be. I don't have headphones in. So that's my biggest thing right now. Oh, they are. Give me 1 second, I'm tangled with these assholes. So I'm using like literal headphones and not like a headset. The one thing I've never understood about headphones, man, how do they get so tangled up in a pocket? I would never understand that. It's not bad. It's not bad. We'll actually turn the volume up slightly, just so it sounds a little better. Let's start. We as developers are always striving to improve our work. To this end, we need information that we can only get from you by allowing us to send game statistics to us so you can help us learn more about the way you play, what difficulties you encounter our game. Only our developers will have access. Yeah, sure, why the hell not, I guess. It's not bad. So we get the main story. Explore the stolen lands. A region that has been contested territory for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen on these lands. And now it is time for you to make your mark by building your own kingdom. To do so, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and the threat of rival nations, as well as threats within your own court. And then you have Varnhold's loot or lot. While celebrating your victory at Jamandi, Aldori's mansion, you've met another hero of the stolen lands, the mercenary captain Mayor Varn. While you're building your barony in the Shrike Hills and Gnarl Marshes, Varn and his people were establishing their own nation of Varnhold on the plains of Dunsburg. What do they have to go against? Play this side story and export the consequences of the choices you made into the main campaign. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the main campaign. That's perfectly fine with me. Difficulty, we will go... So, story says... The damage you suffer from your enemies and traps is reduced by 8%. Enemies have significantly decreased power and cannot critically hit you. Your character will not die after suffering a deadly injury. Instead, they fall unconscious till the end of the battle. Characters do not die after suffering a deadly injury for the first time. Instead, they will be afflicted by the death door condition. If a character with this condition suffers a deadly injury, they will die. Resting in a comfortable and safe place, such as legs. Training post removes the death door condition. So what's the point? What's the difference? So they will die. This literally makes no sense. These two are literally the same except for the decreased damage. We'll just go with easy, because I'm not, caring. We're gonna create our own fighter, or our own character. Alright. Let's pick our portrait first. Well, we're gonna be a female. So, dwarf, orc, male, kind of like a necro person, kind of like a hobbit looking person, elder archer type. I'll just go with this one. I like this one. They're known as the Aasimar. Aasimars are humans with a significant amount of celestial or other good outsider blood in their ancestry. While not always benevolent, Aasimars are more inclined towards acts of kindness rather than evil. Aasimar heritage can lie dormant for generations, only to appear suddenly in the child of two apparently human parents. Most societies interpret Aasimar births as good omens, though it must be acknowledged that some Aasimars take advantage of the rotation of their kind, brutally subverting the expectations of others with acts of terrifying cruelty or abject venality. With most of these suffer their minor physical traits that reveal their unusual heritage. Typical Aasimar features are hair that shines like metal, unusual eye or skin color, or others. So we got Aasimars, we got half orcs. Click on it, thank you. Half orc, half elf, half fling, which are really short creatures. You have gnomes, dwarves, elves, and humans. We're gonna go with Aasimar. They don't have any weapon traits. Like the elves have weapon trait, which they have elven weapon familiarity. Humans don't. Dwarves have dwarven weapons. Gnomes, I'm pretty sure, do not. Halflings do not. Half elves do not. Orcs have orc weapon familiarity and orc ferocity, but we're going to go with Aasimar. Our hair color is going to be we're going to go with the blonde. Why not? Body type. What are the body types? And we'll just go normal face. Our skin tone is going to be like a... Yeah, we'll go with like a gray. So you can't zoom in. That's like the only bad thing, I think. Personally, I like hairstyle 4. Now that I think about it, that color hair is not suitable. We'll go with like a blue. I like that. I like a blue. Do we have a name yet? I think we name our character later. Yeah. All right, we got like a dozen classes here. That's the thing. Picking the right class will be the hardest part. Yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of classes. Except for like these bottom ones. These ones are kind of dumb, in my opinion. They're kind of pointless. We have Alchemist. The Alchemist's reputation is not softened by his exuberance Some would say dangerous recklessness. In perfecting his magical airstrikes and potion-like creations, fusing these substances with magic siphoned from his aurora and using his own body as experimental stock. Nor is it mollified by the alchemist's almost gleeful passion for building explosive bombs, discovering strange new poisons and methods for their use. Each class has like four subclasses, with one always being like their standard. Like the alchemist always has the standard. Then you have like the standard alchemist, they have the grenadier, which each one of course has different, I believe, different classes to them. Yeah, because like level 1, they start off with alchemist starts out with a bomb, and you keep going up, or you can get like discovery and poison resistance. Or like later on, like this one can get like directed blast or staggering blast. The vivisectionist studies bodies to better understand their function, unlike the Turrigan. I think that's how you pronounce that. Their goal are not related to healing, but rather to experimentation and knowledge that most people would consider evil. It's like they get sneak attacks. They're like, I assume they're like kind of a rogue element. So, I mean, I would assume features and abilities, they get mutagen. L1 and Alchemist discovers how to create a mutagen that he can imbibe, I think, in order to heighten his physical prowess. Well, like I said, each one has like their own little thing. Like this person will get like a healing touch, infused curative, yeah. So like each person, like each class has like a 4 subcategory. This episode's gonna be a little bit longer than normal because I'm gonna go through all this and kind of look through each one, figure out what I want to do. The barbarian, I did not mean that. Oh, the looks like they're, you can right click and it tells you what they are. Yeah, and it kind of gives like different like subcategories of what each one's gonna do. Yeah, okay. They are neutral, so they don't seem to care. An alchemist is, they don't even have one, so it doesn't matter. If I click on this, yeah, they don't have one, they don't care. The barbarian, as I said, is neutral. Barbarians are excel in combat, possessing the martial prowess and fortitude to take on foes seemingly far superior to themselves, with rage granting their boldness and daring beyond that of most other warriors. Barbarians charge fiercely into battle and ruin all who stand in their way. I'm actually gonna turn myself down so the music doesn't blast. 47 actually should be fine. They also got armored hulks. Some barbarians disdain the hides and leathers used as armor by most of their kin. Instead, they master the heaviest armors. Does there... Nope, okay. I forgot the portrait doesn't actually change. Oh, it seems like you can actually change the color in person. You got the Mad Dog. These are the name for the wild savages who fight alongside the rabid dogs. Mad Dogs play all manner of beasts. So as you can see, like their first like level, you'll get Animal Companion, and then you get like fast movement. Armored Hulk gets a heavy armor proficiency. They also get rage and indomitable stance, and you get the invulnerable rage. Give me a second. My phone's blowing up over here. Anyways. Invulnerable Ragers. Some barbarians learn to take whatever comes their way, shrugging off mortal wounds with ease. So these guys are like super powerful when it comes to rage. You have Bards. Bards are capably fuse and confound their foes with inspiring their allies to ever greater daring. Okay. While accomplished with both weapons and magic, the true strength of bards lies outside melee, where they can support their companions and undermine their foes. So, like, the bard will start off with The bard proficiency, they'll start off with cantraps, or can cast a number of cantraps or 0 of a spells. These spells are cast like spells, but they are not expended when cast and may be used again. Okay. They can detect magic. They have Inspire Courage and Bardic Knowledge at level 1. So you have Archaeologist. I assume these guys are Earth proficient. Sacrifice the Bard's inspirational performance for a smattering of rogue talents. Okay, so they are kind of roguish in a way. Yeah, they'll get like Clever Explorer and I assume Danger Sense. They'll also have Evasion. Yep, as I said, they'll get some different Inspiring Competence, Inspire Courage. They'll have Well Versed. Thundercaller, I assume, is lightning. Yeah, they get like lightning abilities. Flame Dancer's fire. Everybody kind of knows a cleric. They're healers, but then they get Crusader, which what does the Crusader do? They actually don't get much, regardless of what they are. Hero Color, I'm assuming, is to be like a better healer. These people get Bound Symbol. They also get. They're proficient in club, dagger, heavy crossbow, light crossbow, quarterstaff, and they also then the favored weapon of their deity. Crusaders will get light armor, simple weapons, medium armor, and shields, except for tower shields. So as you can see, like, each one has like their own little proficiencies that they'll get. You have druids, which get an animal companion. Oh, they get nature bonded. At first level, a druid forms a bond with nature. This bond can take one of 2 forms. The first is close tied nature will grant a druid one of the following cleric dominions: air, animal, earth, fire, plant, water, or weather. When determining the power and bonus spells granted by this dominion, the druid's effective cleric level is equal to her druid level. Okay. They will get proficiencies in weapon, club, dagger, dart, quarterstaff, scimitar, sickle, scythe, sickle, short spear, sling, and spear. Okay. Cool. They are proficient with all natural attacks, claw, bite, and so forth. That's kind of cool. Of any form they assume while with wild shape. Okay. They have an alignment restriction, a spontaneous summoning, detect magic, nature sense. At level 4, they get wild shape of a wolf, resistance to lore. At level 6, they'll get leopard. They can get small elemental. I don't know if you get both of them or you can only get one of them. Oops, that says bear at level 8. Right, at level 8? Yeah. Or medium elemental at level 10, they get Smolden. I don't know what Smolden is, but okay. So I'm assuming like a here's your Smolden, a shambling mound or a large elemental. We want to turn to a shambling mound, and at level 12 they can turn into the huge elemental. Okay, that's kind of cool. You got the Blight Druid, which I assume is just, instead of being a regular druid, they decided to go into like blight magic. Defenders of the True World, specializing in tracking down, diverting, and slaying foes. So I assume they're going to become like archers, mostly. Nope, they all keep the same. And then they have a Fae Speaker. They're often touched by the Fae in some way, such as mortals who dare to eat the food and drink the wine while in the hidden halls of the Fae. Okay. Fighters are standard, of course. You know, they got two-handed fighters, tower shield, specialist. You have Inquisitors, which Inquisitors work with members of their faith whenever possible, but even such allies are not above suspicion. You have Monster Tactician, which they are kind of like a monster hunter. Sacred Huntsman, things of that nature. Like, they have, where's their proficiency? They don't have a proficiency. Oh, they do right here. Longbow, shortbow, and the favorite weapon of their deity. And then they have Orison, sorry. So basically the same thing as a bard's type of thing. Yeah, mages, different types, of course. Paladins, monks, rangers. This is gonna go on forever if I freaking go through all these. So I'm gonna quickly kind of look through them and see what we can do. Spell combat. I don't care what the mages. We got the monks, the paladins. I could good, awfully good. Ranger, so we got archer type, freebooter, flame walker, star walker. I can't remember which one. Rogue. Actually, no, I could do rogues. Sorcerer, those are their basic magic. Then get a bloodlines, an animal companion, a wizard, the king bomber. They automatically get spellcast bombs. Right now it's between Ranger and honestly, probably a Bard. I know it sounds really weird, but oh wow, boys. Okay, we're gonna go with Stormwalker. Choose choose heritage. Asimar. Oops, I didn't get to read that. Most barbs do not know exactly where their celestial powers come from, and the similar qualities of such celestial-touched beings hint at a relatively indistinct or all-encompassing heavenly force in their lineage. Osmars are of a certain heritage, have a +2 racial bonus to wisdom and charisma, and a +2 racial bonus to persuasion. When used toward diplomacy and perception checks, can use the Searing Light spell once per day. We have Angel Blood. They get to strength. They get +2 to strength and charisma, and +2 to lore, which is religion, and use magic device checks. And can use the Lesser Restoration spell once per day. You got the Parry Blood. I don't know what Parry folk are. Masters of Fire Magic. Emberken feel there's a dual pull of the Parry Forebearers, as well as that of the Fallen Angel further down their ancestry and rest of the urges to do good and evil. They get +2 bonus to intellect and charisma, and 2 to lore and knowledge, which is arcana and religion. And Agathian bloodline is charisma and Constitution. It's actually not bad. You got the Lawbringer, which is the Archon bloodline, is Constitution, Wisdom. So Persuasion and Perception gets the whole person spell. It's nice. The Azatub bloodline gives 2 to Dexterity and Charisma. That's actually nice. I might do that one. Or the Garuda, which gives Dexterity and Wisdom also. And then +2 to racial bonus on mobility and athletic checks. And can use the invisibility spell. Ooh, that's nice too. What does this one give me? The what spell? The glitter dust spell. I don't know what the glitter dust spell does, honestly, but it sounds pretty cool. These two are what? Constitution, Wisdom, and the Summon Nature Ally. We're going to go with the invisibility spell. So, level 1 Ranger gets light armor, medium armor, shields, except for Several tower shields, and they can get martial weapons. All simple martial weapons, okay. And they have a favored enemy. Okay. At level 2, they get archery, of course. They can start from point blank shot, precise shot, or rapid shot. And that levels up at 6, 9, 14, and 18. They got favored terrain. They can also get endurance, and then they get the first one, which is wood trender, yeah, trender, not trender. Skills, okay. Since we are a ranger, we're probably gonna want to put in. This is a class skill, so we're automatically gonna do this. Gonna do that. Probably some perception. I'm not thinking anything like let's see, we're a ranger, so we're probably gonna go with stealth. And one more. We can use persuasion, we have perception. Let's do persuasion. I'm thinking, like, since we're gonna be a ranger, we're gonna be that kind of, you know, crack shot kind of, when we try to persuade the barkeep to give me a free beer kind of person. Alright, we got 25 ability points. Let's put, since maybe we'll put like 4 on strength. Maybe if we want to use like a melee weapon. Dexterity. Does this affect our bows? Yep. Affects range attacks. Bows, crossbows, throwing axes, and many ranged spell attacks like Scorching Ray or Searing Light. So we're probably going to put that up to like 17. Definitely some con. Intelligence does what? Number of skill points gained each level. So we'll probably put that up by like 2. Let's put this in the world, in the knowledge for world. Given that rangers like to travel. Wisdom does... Okay, so helps with saving throws, put that by 2. And charisma helps with probably persuasion. Yeah, persuasion, use magic devices, for perception, knowledge, constitution helps with anything. Dexterity helps with mobility, trickery, and stealth, and strength helps with athletics. Then we'll probably put 2 on that. 1 more on intelligence, and then probably another one on charisma. Yeah, I like that standard. I like that set out right there. All right, we got feats. We have favorite enemies. What feat do we want? We can get point blank shot as a feat, which is a recommended feature, or we can get weapon focus. You gain +1 on all attack rolls you make using the selected weapon. You can gain this feat multiple times. Its effect do not stack. Each time you take the feat, it applies a new type of weapon. We're gonna go with point blank attack, personally. Our favorite enemy. Man, they have so many enemies. That's the problem. Let's go with. Do we have humans? Where's humans on here? Do we have humans? Yes. Let's go with humans. I'm gonna be that kind of asshole.
A mere flesh wound.
I did it! Contemplate on your mistakes. We won't falter.
No contest.
Hold
By
on.
pious.
Just a little more.
Enter the character name. We're gonna go with I'm just gonna go with any. I don't know what the significance of the birth dates are, and we're gonna be a neutral class, or neutral
We
person.
shall overcome.
All right. So our special abilities are Light Halo. The ability to manifest halos, they can create a light centered on their head at will. While using a halo, they gain +2 circumstance bonus on saving throws against becoming blind or dazzled. Nice. Favorite enemy is a human. We are an Aasimar, of course. We fight defensively, it looks like. You can choose to take a -4 penalty on melee attack rolls and combat maneuver checks to gain a +2 dodge bonus to your armor class. If you have 3 or more ranks in mobility, you gain a +3 dodge bonus to the AC when fighting defensively instead. We get ranger proficiencies, of course, which are light armor, medium armor, all martial weapons, all simple, and shields. And these are our feats. Martial weapons, proficiencies. Didn't even give me a list. Awesome. Alright. That's our character. Our combat maneuvers, we have +3. Defense, we got 16. Initiative is a 3. Range attacks a +4. Melee is a +3. It's not bad. I guess we're flat-footed? If you are attacked in some way that you cannot react to, any dexterity bonus you have does not apply. In this case, your AC is calculated without adding your dexterity bonus. Oh, that's kind of dumb. Whatever. AC. Armor class. That's what AC stands for. Represents how hard it is for your opponents to land a solid damaging blow. That's a 13. It's not bad. Touch. Certain attacks completely disregard armor, including any shields. Okay. Our speed's a 30 though, so I mean, how fast a character can move in combat. It is measured in the amount of feet that a character can move in 3 seconds. Damn. Okay. Reflex, I presume, is dodge. Alright. No, then you have like all your resistances to base attack and stuff like that. Alright. Sorry that took so long, guys. I'm gonna, like I said, make this a little bit longer of an episode because it does take a little bit to actually get moving. I'm gonna start waking up earlier, honestly.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Yeah, let's chase a bard. But I didn't want to be a bard.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Here they come.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, And this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
By the way, it said the mayor, a middle-aged man with bushy sideburns and a monocle, wears a beaming smile.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
Okay.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule. Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson? I have no doubt. Kind of related, I wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about. Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
These bards usually get annoying after like 10 minutes, sorry.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way. Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to...
Yep. I'm gonna have to use ASD. Actually, let's open the inventory real quick. I want to see what I'm carrying. I got 2 torches, I got a hand axe, and a bow as my main weapon. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me.
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're pretty short. You weren't gonna get hit that easily. Oh, how she leaves and some dude walks in. I'm like, okay. Alright.
Stand with me.
Alright, we got visibility, light halo, fight defensively, charge.
Strike as one.
Get hooked! You got a dagger and some chainmail, or chain shirt. Okay, so, first of all, It does a 3, it does a 4, doesn't it? Yep. I'll put that on. Yay! I look like crap already, but you know, whatever. What's it to all of you?
We will prevail. Do not hold back.
Oh, dude, I'm just eviscerating people. She's got a crossbow, too.
You're just in time. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen land. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend.
I think he said defend me, but I'm not sure. Alright, what we're gonna do... Where's the pause button? So that's literally what I'm looking for. Oh, there's the settings. We're gonna save the game here. Let's save. We're ending the episode, so... And then we will help defend the keep. Other than that, guys, I do have a few other games that will be coming out soon. Like I said earlier in the episode, I do need to start waking up a little bit earlier if I'm going to record. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm Necroline. This is Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'll see you guys later.